You have come to the best procrastination video on YouTube, and I know that because I watched all these other procrastination videos years ago. I know how they are. Some nerd like, well guys, this is how you quit procrastinating, and then they, talk about some productivity hacks and some BS like that. That's not how you fix procrastination. And I know that because when I watch those videos, I watch them over and over and over again. Different videos, different creators, all the same thing. These hacks, these tips and whatnot. They never actually said what causes procrastination. And I realized this when I looked back at my life and I was like, you know what? I stopped procrastinating. I do my work every single day. I remember before, it was very hard to do it. What changed? And I started looking, I was like, oh yeah, this is what changed. And that's what I'm going to tell you today, because the truth is, procrastination is a symptom. Your life's going to change here. All right, bro? If you have watched a bunch of videos on procrastination, the chain is done. This is the last one you have to watch. And this is your first video on procrastination. Consider yourself blessed because you didn't fall down a rabbit hole like I did. It's all about mental health. Procrastination is a symptom of poor mental health. It's a symptom of not actually being a man. All right, because being a man is more so about what's in here rather than your body composition. All right, whether or not you're 14, 15, 16, 17, or 18. It's more about here than everything else. And being a man prevents procrastination. Now I'm going to explain why. So first of all, vices, okay? When I used to procrastinate all the time, I had a bunch of vices. That sip of water right there was perfect. I do everything perfect. But these vices, stuff like video games, explicit content, social media addiction, scrolling all the time, and weed, and all of the drugs and all the vices. I'm not going to go over hard drugs because I'm assuming you're not taking hard drugs. But if you are, it goes without saying, that's not very good for you. Yeah. But these vices directly cause procrastination because they deteriorate your mental health in many different ways. So you can look at it like your dopamine circuitry, right? Explicit content, video games, social media, and weed, they mess up your dopamine circuitry. And I know weed, people are like, well, actually, the study's saying this and that. I don't care. I used to take it, and I know what it's like. It makes you lazy, makes you not want to do anything. I'm going to make a video about weed. No weed. You can start thinking about it when you're successful, and when I say successful, I mean successful. But don't even think about it. All right, if you're watching this video, there's probably no reason to even think about it. All right? And when you have this deteriorated mental health, and I made videos about quitting all of these, except for weed, haven't done that one yet, but games, explicit content, social media, made videos about all of those. Once you get rid of these, your mental health will significantly increase, significantly get better. And when that happens, you get to the stage where working becomes fun. Because that's really one of the issues we have here, right? When you have these vices, all right, you think these vices are fun. When someone asks you, well, what's fun, bro? You're not going to say explicit content because you're scared to say that. But if you were true to yourself, you would say, well, I find explicit content fun. It's fun watching all those boobs jiggle around. I like playing video games, Madden. Madden's a really good video game. I love playing Madden. And social media, I get to see all these Instagram models when I scroll. That's most people. That's what's fun to them. So guess what? When they have to actually sit down and do some work, they're like, this is not fun. Where's the video games? Where is Super Mario? I don't see Super Mario on my screen. Get this off my screen. That's how your brain's gonna think, because you've programmed yourself to think, hey, these vices, the stuff I waste my time on is fun. All this other stuff is not fun. Screw this stuff. I want to do this. Because your brain wants to do what's fun. Especially if you've made it a habit, because your brain is also, you're a creature of habit. It means your brain is designed to make you go through habits. I worded that very poorly, but you get the point, all right? So if you've been doing this thing for a very long time and you think it's fun, it's very hard to do anything other than that. That's one of the core things. When I quit all these vices, when I said, hey, none of these things are fun, why the hell am I doing them? I realized, I'm actually the arbiter. Me, myself. I determine what's fun. So what's fun? Working. What's fun? Building my movement. What's fun? Working every day to live my life to the fullest. That's what's fun. And guess what? I don't procrastinate anymore, because what I find fun is what prevents me from procrastinating. All right, you get that? If you're working on your goals every single day, then you're not procrastinating. But if you're playing video games instead of working on your goals, then you are procrastinating. If you say video games aren't fun and you F it off, and you're doing this is fun to you now, you're no longer procrastinating. And you know what? These videos aren't going to tell you that. They're not going to tell you about devices. They're not going to tell you about your mental health. They're going to be like, well, you got to apply the 80-20 rule, and the 80-20 rule is good. Yeah, but they're like, to fix your productivity, just do the 80-20 rule and, get a piece of paper and, write down all of your tasks for the day. And, you check off and you block time. And I'm not saying any of these things are necessarily bad, but that's not the real problem here. If you're procrastinating, you have a bigger issue. It's not just, well, on Google Calendar, I used to do this. On Google Calendar, and when I did this, I was procrastinating. I don't do it anymore, and I don't procrastinate. So it just shows this stuff is not necessary. But like, well, you gotta go on Google Calendar, and you gotta block out 1 to 2 p.m. I'm not gonna jerk off at this time, and I'm gonna do my blogs for my website, and then from 3 to 4, this is my free time, so I get to play video games, and 5 through 6, this is when I hit the gym and I hit my crappy PPL split. And I know some of you watching do PPL. PPL sucks. Get mad. That's for you. You know who you are. But on a serious note, all that stuff is BS. You need to get rid of the vices. So when you get rid of the vices, you're going to realize you're the arbiter of what's fun and what's not fun. And when you realize that, hey, working on my goals, not procrastinating is actually fun, which is me right now, then you won't procrastinate because you won't want to procrastinate. Very, very underrated way of looking at it. Okay? I guarantee you, I'm the only person that's ever put it like that. I guarantee you, I'm not even done yet. This video is probably not even halfway done yet. Your mind's getting blown by me. I blow minds. I'm a G. Alright, anyways. Stress. So stress also directly makes you procrastinate because when you get stressed, what happens? Your brain gets all foggy, and there's brain fog without stress too. Although I'd say they're usually linked, but sometimes you get a brain fog from being sleepy and whatever, and you know how to fix that. Just get more sleep. Stop being an idiot, right? But in general, this brain fog, just covers your brain. When you have brain fog, I've had brain fog. I know what it's like, and explicit content causes brain fog, by the way. And social media addiction and video game addiction, all these addictions cause brain fog. So again, it always links to the vices. But this brain fog, it just prevents you from thinking clearly. When you can't think clearly, you kind of just do stupid stuff on your computer. I was thinking clearly, and I'm like, I gotta open Canva to make the social media post. What should I make? It's like you're not sharp. And you're sitting like, what's easy to do at that time? Well, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna get my phone. Yeah. It's easy to do that. So, you need to cut out stress as much as possible. You know what causes stress? It always links back to the vices. Stress is caused by vices. I was such a stressed person when I had these vices. I remember, I'm gonna on another video, it's probably like an hour at the minimum, maybe even 2. It's gonna be about my life story and my self-improvement journey. At a certain point, when I was basically at the height of all 3 of these vices, I had my hair falling out. Now, you could look at my hair, I get so many compliments on it, and it's so amazing. That's when I realized, I can't lose my hair. No, but on a serious note, I was actually losing my hair. Like, my hair was literally, like, I would go like this, I'll scratch my head, I'll pull out, and then it'll be big hair strands that would come out, drop on the floor. Now, thankfully, my hair was very thick, so you couldn't really tell from just looking at me. It wouldn't look like I was balding. It just looked like I was normal, because my hair's, like, really, like, look. Like, if I part it, you can't even see my scalp. That's how thick it is. So if I pull out some strands out of my head, it doesn't really look like I'm balding. But I realized, if this pattern continues, I'm end up balding. Right? So I lowered my stress at that point. But the point is, when I was on these vices, my stress levels were really high. As soon as I got rid of them, my stress levels, went right down to where they should be. And other things you could do to help fix your cloudy mind is meditation. Now, you may have heard me in other videos say meditation's not this magic thing. You're not going to meditate and make $1 million. That is true. But I never said anything against it. Meditation can be very useful. And I do a little bit of meditation. Right? You should do a little bit. Journaling. So journaling specifically, because again, journaling's not going to make you $1 million. Not going to write down a bunch of things on a piece of paper and make $1 million. It's stupid. People who say that are retarded. Or they're just scammers. But journaling is useful for when you have a cloudy mind and you're stressed. Because you kind of get all your thoughts out on a piece of paper and you kind of understand, well, I'm thinking all of this because of that, so let me change this. You kind of understand yourself a lot better when you do that. So there's a time and place for both of those. I think the specific case I just mentioned, when you have a foggy brain and you're stressed all the time, it's very valuable to do both of these things. Now, another thing for stress, working out. So working out directly helps with stress. I can say this from personal experience. I think there's a bunch of studies showing it, but I'm not one of these, well, where's the empirical evidence for that? I'm not one of those nerds, all right? Personal experience, bro. I work out and my stress went down. And the heavier weights you lift when you work out, the less stress you'll have. Again, might be bro science, but work for me. Next, diet and lifestyle. So diet and oh my god, this is so important. You need to be getting the sun every day. And of course, that helps with the sleep. First thing in the morning, get out and get some sun. But sun is very important. Sun, if you don't get any sun, your stress levels will go up. You need the sun. Your body was made to use the sun as energy. You're like a solar panel. Actually, that's a good analogy. Think of yourself as a solar panel. You're a solar panel. Okay? So you need to get the sun. Because what would happen if a solar panel was just inside all day in the dark, like an incel? Well, there'd be no energy. Diet. So diet's really important. Okay, watch my video about diet. I've made so many videos about so many important topics, but there's a diet video, and that's really, really important. All right, excuse me, I forgot where I was, but yeah, watch the video about diet, watch the video about testosterone, because if you're eating a bunch of crap, you're eating a bunch of KFC, Burger King, etc., you are putting crap in your tank. Look at it like this. Okay, here's another analogy. I have the best analogies. All right, listen up. That'll blow your mind. You are like a supercar. You're like a Ferrari. But does that really matter if you're putting like McDonald's leftover frying grease in the car? Like, yeah, maybe get the car to move a little bit, but you're going to end up destroying the car. And one of the symptoms of this destruction, one of the symptoms you get from putting in this terrible fuel in your supercar, because all humans are supercars, even if you have cerebral palsy and you're looking like that, you're still a supercar because you are alive. All right, doing better than that one dude's great-grandma who died. Rest in peace, Margaret. Why did I say that? Okay, but anyways, back to the point. One of the symptoms of this destruction, putting this crap in your body, is stress, foggy mind, lack of motivation, procrastination. Procrastination is a symptom. I'm not here giving all these productivity hacks. This is the real way to stop procrastinating. Now, it all, as you can tell, this all links back to general health. So anything that improves your health will help you with procrastination. Always remember that. Now, I think there's supplements you can take for stress, like ashwagandha, that just randomly came to my mind, but in general health. In general health, that's amazing. General health. Always remember that. If you're procrastinating, it's because of other things. It's not because, well, I'm procrastinating because, well, I'm not using the 80-20 rule right. I'm not blocking my times out on Google Calendar. No, you sound like a geek. Shut up. I'm telling you the truth here. Now, here's the most important thing. You may think, oh my god, my mind is blown. I've been told so many new things. There's no way there's the most important thing. Like, my mind's about to just get destroyed. Now, I hate to disappoint you, but your mind's probably not going to get blown from this. But it's the most important. And the most important thing is to try. I know some people are like, oh, well, of course we should try. What do you mean trying is the most important? Obviously. It's a waste of time. No, it's not. Because the truth is, everyone says they know that, but when they act like they don't. They're like, oh, well, I'm just going to give up. That's what they say in your head after the first second of wanting to do something else that's not productive. You have to try. Just try, and try. This is how it was with explicit content. This is how it was with video games. This is how it was with social media. I wanted to quit, and I just tried. I tried. And the most extreme example is explicit content. For literal years, bro. Years. It wasn't just one time I was like, well, I'm going to try quitting. Then I failed, and I was like, well, I guess I can't quit. No. Years. Basically, I would go like 1 or 2 days. Every single day, actually. Actually, you know what? I just realized this. Every single day of my life back then, every day I thought, I need to quit explicit content. I just kept trying. I want to quit. Try every single day for literal years. Maybe even 1,000 days. And eventually, kind of just clicks. I literally went from doing it basically every single day of my life to not doing it. And it's been like 4 months. Life couldn't be better. Same thing with video games. Just one day, it kind of stops. But it's not... Remember the graph. I always tell you about success. Seen success versus your actual, success. There's two different types of success. There's seen like quitting explicit content. That's seen success. Then you have success in terms of getting better at quitting. Getting better at quitting is like this. It's a linear graph. Every day you try, you get better and better and better. But in terms of seen success, it's an exponential graph. For a while, you're not going to see anything. You're like, well, I'm trying to quit, but I'm still doing it. It's terrible. But one day, when you're on this graph, and you keep going up, trying every day, and you hit a certain point and get the spike. This is the spike of just quitting and never want to do it again. That is such a beautiful spike. I can't tell you how amazing that spike is. It feels amazing. And that goes for productivity. That goes for literally everything. Quitting vices, making money, all this other stuff. This spike is very satisfying. You can have that, but you just have to try. Remember, the linear graph is like this. So even when you're not seeing results, always remember, as long as you're trying, you have this linear graph. And at a certain point, you're going to hit this. Boom. Always remember that. Now, we're Christian men. We're called to be men. Masculine men. Masculine men don't procrastinate. If you want to become a more masculine man, you want to join the movement here of building back Christian men, join the link in the description to the Discord. Follow me on Instagram, like my posts so my Instagram looks better. Go to my website, give me your email so you can get newsletters, and subscribe to the channel for future videos. And also go in the playlist in the description and go to must-watch videos. You have a bunch of important videos there, including the ones that are referred to in this video. Those are my call to actions. See you in the next one.